International Fight Week, you fight Leon Edwards, you take the belt off him. In the meantime, Conor McGregor, if it works out, beats Michael Chandler. Are we saying Conor McGregor versus Colby Covington later in the year for the 170-pound title? Is that the perfect scenario for you?
I think that'd be beautiful, Michael. Just, I think it's the perfect scenario for the company. And I'm a company man. Colby Covington is a company man. He loves the company that changed his life, and he wants to do the biggest and best business for the company. Everybody knows the star power that is Conor McGregor, the biggest draw. The things he's done have been so unpredictable. You can never count that guy out. That guy can spark anybody, inside, 10 seconds, as we've seen what he did with Aldo. So, you can't underestimate that guy. I think it would be a great fight with fireworks, and I think it would be the biggest selling fight in UFC history with, Colby Chaos Covington and Conor McGregor at the top of the docket, USA versus Ireland. There's a lot of different angles that fight goes, Mike. So if it happens, that'd be beautiful. But, I'm just going to keep chasing the biggest and best fights, keep getting better, and, keep solidifying my legacy.
If I hear one more person say it's just an act, stop with it. I don't give a fuck if it's an act. Like, again, you do have young kids, right? And an 11-year-old and a 12-year-old, they don't have the defense mechanisms to determine if it's an act or not. So you can have an act, but leave kids out of it. You're a fucking complete idiot. And just for people saying it's an act, and yeah, you don't give a shit. We know the guy's a joke. He ain't showing up yet. But for your kids to even be remotely affected by that, John. And when my kids were young, I was really overprotective. That's a goddamn shame. And I don't care if it's an act or not. Get your act together and change it then. But just going off on a different thing. And for that alone, he doesn't get the title shot. How's that?
What do you have to do to beat Gilbert? How do we get back on track here? What is the key in your opinion?
He's punching him in the face often. Just punch him in the face, and then just punch him in the face a little bit more. And then when he thinks I'm not gonna punch him in the face some more, and that's it. And Gilbert, he's tough until he runs out of gas or until he gets hit hard. He's at the front runner where we stop, man. And he's got a lot of sissiness in him that I'm gonna bring out, man. He could get all butthurt and mad. But at the end of the day, every time I seen him get hit with a decent shot, he always looks for the way out immediately. Or if he's in a fight where a guy's wrestling back in him and can't get that takedown right away, he starts to fold and melt, man. So I just got to bring it to him,
Just want to thank everybody for all the Hall of Fame congratulations. Thank you, everybody. I'm off to the next chapter of my life, and the new hair is coming in marvelously. But I'll see y'all on the big screen.
Religion's been a big part. So for those who don't know, I'm Muslim. Man, I don't know where to start with the story. We reach a certain point where it's not enough, the things around us are not enough to motivate us and keep us on the right path and keep us disciplined. There needs to be something else. And for me, it was guidelines on ethics and morality and obviously believing that there's something else out there. And man, the story of how I became Muslim, it's probably a shock to some people, but and to others it's not. It come down to a podcast. I put on the history of Christianity and I listened to it, and I already knew part of the history of Christianity, but I was never baptized when I was born, never really pushed towards a certain religion. Then the next time, so months down the track, I mow it again, and I was like, I need another podcast. So I was like, I'll listen to the history of Islam, different religion, completely separate, something new. I put it on and I was like, hold on a second. I'm like, this is not separate. So I already knew a bit about Christianity. So I started really looking into Islam and the history of it, all the history of the prophets, and then found out that it's not just, the religion is very much like guidelines on how to live ethically, morally. And it clicked with me because it's things that I feel that I needed to take me to the next level.
Dylan, mama, Dylan. What's up? Nope. I would love my kids to train. I would love my kids to be involved in jiu-jitsu and boxing and sparring and everything. And maybe one day I can bond with them on things like that. I think that would be really dope to just sit there and just hang out with them, play with them, and just catch them in an armbar triangle and then try to get me back and stuff like that. But for them to actually do it as a career, I don't think so. I think that this is just my belief, right? I feel like everyone has something deep down inside them that is a gift that they have. And my job as their dad is just to help them find that gift and do everything I can to help just them sacrifice and go hard and do that. And so far, it seems like it's soccer, and I love it. I hope that they go far in soccer and they play for the LA Galaxy one day.
We have Umar Salini, we have Jeff Naditsky with USADA. He's got his 50 clean jackets. We have Beniel's family. We're surprising him. Master Cordero, thank you for the gym.
Special day.
Special day. Fits you. You know, in high school I never got a jacket, so things have changed. Well, it saves you a trip to go to Las Vegas. We have them come right here. Is this the first time we've done this inside a gym?
This is the first time we've done it remote, and we thought what better guy than Beniel to give this to.
Got him!